A well-known part of the Lubbock landscape may soon be part of the past. Coming up, find out who is determining the fate of the Lubbock Coliseum and Auditorium.
Pets are a very important part of many college students' lives. We'll tell you how one campus group is holding a series of events this week to bring awareness to your furry friend.
And the Red Raider basketball team came up short this weekend on the road, but that doesn't mean they didn't move up in rankings. We'll have the latest scores, highlights, and more in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Nydia Natividad.
And I'm Will Jackson. Students parking in the Commuter West lot each day are very familiar with the Lubbock landmark that may soon be a part of history.
The Lubbock Municipal Coliseum and Auditorium are part of a proposition on the city's May 5th election ballot. That proposition will give Lubbock residents the chance to vote for or against abandoning the historic property. For the last 20 years, the fate of the Lubbock Municipal Coliseum and Auditorium has been up in the air as the city has debated what should happen to the facility. Although the property sits in the middle of Texas Tech, the university transferred the land the facility currently sits on to the city of Lubbock in the 1940s. If voters choose to abandon the property, the land and its contents would revert back to Texas Tech University. President Lawrence Skovanec stated last week that if the property is returned to Texas Tech, the university already has plans to demolish the auditorium and coliseum and replace it with an athletic dormitory. The residence hall would be convenient to athletes who utilize facilities such as the Jones Stadium, Dan Law Field, and Sports Performance Center. For the city's part, if the voters choose not to abandon the property, discussions to demolish the facility are still likely to occur. The city could possibly look into building a replacement facility for events such as the annual ABC Rodeo that currently utilizes the Coliseum. With the final vote scheduled for May, any actions taken on the property would most likely start later this year.
In other news, if you have a furry friend, look out for events on campus this week for you and your pet to enjoy together. This morning, the Student Government Association hosted a scavenger hunt for students and their pets. This event kicks off Pet Awareness Week, a week designed to advocate good ownership behaviors for those with animals.
Today we're having a scavenger hunt where you go and we'll give you trivia and you're supposed to figure out kind of where it's leading you around campus, and if you complete it you send the pictures to our email and then you can come get a prize that includes prizes for your pet and also prizes for you as well.
Tomorrow SGA will be hosting a pet arts and crafts event at the Sub where you can bring your pet and create a paw print art piece. Pet Awareness Week will close out on Thursday with a pet pageant show where you can sign your pet up to walk the runway. SGA has a variety of resources both on and off campus for you and your pet, including the Student Animal Legal Defense Fund and the University Veterinary Hospital. For more information, head to the Student Government Association's Facebook page. Just search TTU SGA.
The year 2018 is already off and rolling with February more than halfway over. But for one group of tech students, another new year has just begun. On Friday, the TTU Vietnam Center held a special event to celebrate Tet, the Vietnamese Lunar New Year. Starting at 3:30 p.m., the center held a short cultural program and then opened up a buffet line for a reception featuring Vietnamese cuisine. Attendees could sample various cultural dishes, including a couple made especially for the Tet Celebration. This year also marks the Year of the Dog, which is an important part of each Lunar New Year.
Just like we have the zodiac here in our culture, the Western zodiac, based on the constellations, in Vietnam and in Asia they have based on the Chinese and the Asian zodiac, and it's an animal that represents each full year as opposed to like the months for us. And so today marks the first day of the Year of the Dog in Asia and Vietnam, and so each of the animals, just like each of the constellations, has different characteristics and things like that. And so people who are born today and from this day forward until next year, they're born during the Year of the Dog, and supposedly they share those characteristics.
Although Friday's celebration fell on the first day of the new year, the traditional celebration in Vietnam started last Thursday on Lunar New Year's Eve and continues through tomorrow. If you would like more info on the Texas Tech Vietnam Center, visit vietnam.ttu.edu. Over the weekend, the Lubbock area finally saw the end to a dry spell that created a new entry in the record books. Friday night, the city received less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, but that was enough to end our record of days without precipitation at 99.
That's right, Nydia. It's been super dry here, and my skin really appreciates this rain that we've gotten. Additionally, on Saturday morning, we got just under 2/10 of an inch of rain, but that still leaves us in extreme drought conditions. So is there any sign of more moisture this week? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. It's another windy day on the Memorial Circle Cam. The flags are really moving with wind speeds between 25 and 35 miles an hour. We've even seen some gusts near 40 miles an hour this afternoon. Not counting the wind, it's been a pretty nice day with spring-like temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Overnight, temperatures will drop off into the mid-40s, but we'll continue to see gusty winds through midnight. Tomorrow, the windy conditions will ease up and sunny skies will return to the South Plains. Temperatures will slowly climb into the upper 60s by mid-afternoon, so it should be a really nice day to get outside. Tomorrow night, a strong cold front will move into the area starting around midnight, and temperatures will drop off into the upper 20s before sunrise. After sunrise on Wednesday, we should start to see some cold temperatures and freezing drizzle, and temperatures are going to be below freezing until Wednesday afternoon, and freezing rain is predicted to stick around until about 2 p.m. The rest of the day, high temperatures will only reach the mid-30 mark, and we'll see quite a few clouds before sunset. Overnight, temperatures will drop back into the mid-20s, making for a very cool evening. On Thursday, we can expect more of the same, as temperatures will again start out cold with freezing rain. Temperatures should climb above freezing by mid-morning, so we may see some wet conditions before noon. But after the rain stops, temperatures will climb into the low 50s by mid-afternoon, and the clouds should clear off by sunset. Thursday night, there's going to be another chance of rain and some possible thunderstorms, and temperatures will be slightly above freezing. Looking ahead, the week should end with another warming trend and a return to some spring-like conditions by the weekend.
Over the weekend, the Texas Tech men's basketball team hit the road to take on the Baylor Bears in Waco. Although Tech was a 2-point favorite, the team came up short with a 2-point loss. The Red Raiders went into Saturday's contest hoping to extend a 7-game winning streak, but the Bears kept things close and finished with a 59-57 victory. During the contest, leading scorer Keenan Evans left the game in the first half with a toe injury. Zaire Smith, Tommy Hamilton IV, and Jarrett Culver all stepped up to make up for Evans' absence, but the trio could not overcome the Bears' defense, with Tech missing their last 6 shot attempts. Even with the loss, the Red Raiders moved up 1 spot in the polls to number 6 in the nation. Tech will take their new ranking to Stillwater, Oklahoma on Wednesday against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. on ESPNU.
This weekend, one of the biggest names in sports broadcasting is bringing one of its most popular shows to the United Supermarkets Arena. ESPN's College Game Day will be airing live from the USA this Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. The Game Day crew is heading to Lubbock as the number 6 Red Raiders take on the number 8 Kansas Jayhawks. During the 60-minute show, fans are encouraged to be a part of the studio audience. The fans will act as the backdrop of the show, and attendees are encouraged to bring signs and banners to hype up the crowd. If you'd like to be part of this weekend's audience, just head to the United Supermarkets Arena before 10 a.m. The doors will open at 8:30, and seating is first come, first served. Free parking will also be allowed in the west lot of the USA, but all vehicles without a donor parking permit must be moved by noon. For more information on College Game Day and the upcoming Kansas game, visit texastech.com.
Basketball wasn't the only sport making headlines over the weekend for Tech athletics. On Friday, the Red Raider baseball team officially kicked off the 2018 season with a 4-2 win against the University of Maine. Tech would go on to sweep the Black Bears, winning all 4 games. In the final game of the weekend, the Red Raiders put on an offensive clinic with the team scoring 21 runs off of 17 hits. Sophomore third baseman Josh Young led the team with 5 RBIs off of 4 hits and 1 home run. Next up for the Red Raiders, the New Mexico State Aggies are headed to town. First pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m. tomorrow at Dan Law Field at Rip Griffin Park. With so much happening in athletics, it seems like there is plenty of options to fill your free time after class.
That's true, Nydia, but if you need an escape during the day, a couple of campus groups have some options for you. Let's take a look at today's MCTV events calendar. As we mentioned earlier, the Student Government Association is celebrating Pet Awareness Week. Tomorrow, Paw Week continues with the Pet Arts and Crafts event in the Free Speech Gazebo. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can bring your furry friend and make fun arts and crafts to take with you and decorate your home. The Paw Arts and Crafts event is free and open to all tech students.
And on Wednesday, if you're looking for a break from the typical food court fare, TTU Hospitality Services has an option that might just test your taste bud tolerance. The 5th Annual Hospitality Services Chili Cook-Off is scheduled from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Sub-Matador Room. Various cooks from around campus will bring their personal creations together with the chance to be crowned winner of this year's contest. Admission to the cook-off includes a tasting sample from each contestant, cornbread, a drink, a voting ballot, and a full bowl of your favorite chili. Admission is $5.54 plus tax, and it can be paid through your dining plan, Raider Cash, or cash, checks, or credit card. For more info on Wednesday's event, visit hospitality.ttu.edu.
So, Nydia, are you planning to stop by and grab a bowl of chili there at the sub?
Honestly, since it's going to be cold on Wednesday, I probably will.
Yeah, I've been a couple times, and whether it's cold or hot, it's always a good time to go try the cook's chili. They make good chili and lots of other good things around campus. So yeah, get out there. It's going to be like 38 or something on Wednesday. It's going to be extremely cold. But in any case, that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.